The rear pulley and clutch consist of a two-part clamshell. Or after you take the spring off, you can lift this completely off. Okay? You can turn it over. One half of the belt rides on this side. This is a bearing. It's a copper bearing or brass bearing. It doesn't look like one, but it is. And this is the other half of the clamshell, which rides on the crankshaft, or the rear transmission shaft, I'm sorry. Inside this clamshell is two bearings. There is a bearing right here, little tiny one, round bearing, barrel bearing, and then in the back, as you can see, let's see if I can get a little flashlight on that, because we're gonna take it out and take a look at it, kind of solve the mysteries of the Honda Ruckus. I'll put the flashlight behind it. You can see that the front or the rear of the pulley has what's called needle bearings. They're called needle bearings because they're not ball bearings. They're in the shape of little tiny roller logs. And you can see how wide it is. And these snap rings right here, this one snap ring that goes all the way around, holds it in. If you get a set of snap ring pliers, which I'm going to show you, we're going to take the bearing out and look at it. Now normally, a lot of people don't look at the rear bearing because they can't see it and they think it's running okay. But the bearing can fail, especially if you have aftermarket parts. Their bearings are not as good as the Japanese. That's what I've found. And if you're going to overhaul your rear pulley, you need to look at the bearings and see if they're overheating or if they're rough. And you can take them out and take a look at them. You can also re-grease them because there's a little grease well in here. So we're going to pull out this bearing, and then we'll take out the front bearing, which is right here. Or you can see the edge of it right there. Okay? Now, this goes on here. There is no oil or grease or anything that goes in here, because if you did, the centrifugal force of this spinning and spinning would get oil or grease onto this belt surface or this, and you don't want that on your belt or anything else. The belt's got to stay dry and have no lubricants or anything like that on it. Same with the clutch. Okay, next video.